Right, in this video we're going to look at how exactly we can import the project into this Eclipse. If you've got the email, I have attached the jar file of this blog project, and if you extract this you get this folder, my blog. If you go inside this, you'll have all these folders where the Java code is inside the source, com, and all these packages, and our JSP files are inside this web content. Now this is something that I presume you already know, because we've done enough projects now to understand how exactly to get this thing running in Eclipse. But this video is only if in case you forgot how to do things, and instead of getting stuck, you can always follow this. Along with this, you also have this DB file, where if you double click on this, check this out, we have to first create the blog database in phpMyAdmin and then copy all these code. So I'm actually going to show you how to do this. First of all, let's set up our database. Let's go to phpMyAdmin. Let's say create new database. You have blog. Now I already had a blog database, but I deleted it so that I can create a new one for you. So if you have the new one, you can always drop the database and then recreate one again. So you create this here this way. Now if you want to drop it, you can just click drop over here. Now here I'm not going to drop it, so I just created it. Click on this SQL tab, and whatever is here in the notepad, you select this, Control A to select all, Control C for copy, or you can do copy from here, and close this, and here inside this text area just paste it. Once you paste it, click go. The entire database gets uploaded, so this is gets populated. So these are all the tables that we have, and then that's the database name blog. Once we have set the database up, now it's time to copy all these contents from web content. So let's go to Eclipse, let's create a new project, new dynamic web project. Let's say blog here, and we know that this has to be 2.5. Apache Tomcat 7, of course, leave it as it is. Next, and this has to be checked. We know all this, so I'm not going to get into all these things. So if I click finish, here in my project window I should be getting blog here. So this is my blog here. So inside this web content, let me copy all the JSPs. So go here in this folder, copy all the JSPs, Control A. Now except webinf and meta information. So don't copy these two folders, because if you look at Eclipse, we already have these two folders here. Don't copy them. Other than that, you can copy everything that's over here. So just Control C, copy everything, and then don't go over here and do a pasting. Do the pasting inside this web content. Everything comes in the web content here. Right click, paste. So once you do this, see, you can see it already is doing the importing. So this is a manual way of doing importing, where you don't get the errors. If you can always do the importing from file import, but then that sometimes doesn't really do things properly. So all these JSP files are over here. Next step, go to webinf. Very important step. Go to webinf, and you have web.xml over here. Double click on web.xml, and you have this over here. If you see this this GUI, don't worry, over here in the tab just click source. Now we got to edit this file. Edit this according to what webinf I've given you. So go to webinf, web.xml, right click, open with, let's say go with WordPad. And if I look at the content here, if I look at the code, it's a lot here. So I'm going to copy this, Control A, Control C, Eclipse. Now delete everything, and delete everything if you like, and then Control V. Save it. So once you save this, you can close this web.xml. So we are done with web content. You don't have to do anything else over here in this web content. Also, it doesn't give us any harm if we check the lib folder. Sometimes for some projects we also have contents in library folder, some jar files, but right now there isn't any, so you don't have to worry about that. Now let's come back again to the original folder, my blog. This is what I've given you. We've done the DB, we've done web content. The third step is we do SRC. So let's go to SRC, copy this entire thing, com. So copy this com here, go to Eclipse and minimize this web content, Java resources. There is SRC. Now inside this SRC, we've got to copy this com folder, and inside that com folder there are a lot of other packages, and then the class files or servlet files. So everything will come inside this. So right click on this and paste. Where's paste? Yeah, paste here. So inside this SRC we get com.beans and everything here. So this is our com.controller and com.model and com.utility. Email as well. I've done the email thing as well for register and everything. I've created the entire block the way we've discussed it in the class, or the way you wanted me to create it, along with comments and upvotes and everything. Well, upvotes we did in the class itself, I guess. Now once this is done, we have imported everything fine. If I've not forgot anything, fine. Now you can always test it. So you can go to blog, click over here, run on server, okay, and next, remove all, just leave blog here, finish. So right, first because it's a first time, it's going to take a bit of time. I don't know, my system's actually running quite slow. It should not take so much time. Okay, so it's with Bootstrap. Well, it's with a new design. I did tell you that I didn't like the original design that we had discussed, that I showed you in the class. So it's a new design here that I've got. So this is the new design. So I'm going to copy this, and let me start an incognito here. I'll paste it over here, and this is our this is basically our blog. So you can always go through this. Once you upload, you can go through this. I'll not explain you what this is. You know all these things. These are featured questions, because if you look at the database, I've also added a featured thing, which is something that we didn't discuss in the class, but I added it because I wanted something to be on the home page. This was looking extremely blank, so I added something here. If you go to the questions here, there's a field that I've added which is featured. So this admin can always do yes and no here. So if it's yes, you can see that on the home page. If we do it no, it will get deleted from the home page as well. Here this way. And of course you can see the answers are like this. We wanted this kind of a feature here. So this person says this person says this. Upvote, you know, if it's an upvote, you need to have this one here. So as you can see, there are a lot of good things that I've obviously copied and pasted. I've not done it. I've just copied pasted. It's a bootstrap thing. Once we start vacation lectures, we're going to have a bootstrap lectures. I'll explain you how these things are done. It's just copy paste. Registration, you do this registration here. This is a captcha. I've added that because that's also necessary. And once this is done, we are taking email and password, re-enter password, and email goes to your email ID that you give. A code goes to your email ID, and you've got to enter the code once again after you do the sign up. I'm not going to show it here. This is not a new thing for you. And the code goes to your email. You have to copy the code again, verification, and after that you can obviously sign up, and then this will take to log in, and you can do this here. So I hope everything is going to be fine for you, and fine. I'll see you in the vacation lectures then. Thank you.